Let me ask you a question. How long are you waiting to have sex with these guys?
Some of them I don't even have sex with them.
Okay.
Most of them I don't even have sex
because
with
she
them.
said something just recently. She said most guys change after they have a kid, but I would go ahead and say that most guys change after you have sex with them.
Yes.
100%. I don't necessarily think anybody actually changes. I think people present themselves to you, and because both of you guys are in the mindset of, oh, we're gonna have sex and I'm gonna be able to put up with this, you bite off more than you can chew, thinking you can handle it. And then when they start exposing exactly what they told you they're gonna do, you're like surprised, or you're like, oh, he's changing, but he told you exactly what he wanted, what he expected, and how he was from jump. And you're like, oh, I could change him.
How do you prevent that? How do you prevent a guy changing up like that? It's very simple, ladies. How do you prevent that? No. There's one way where you can absolutely guarantee that a guy's not gonna hurt you. How do you prevent that? There's one way. Anybody?
You have to be very selective.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Take yourself out the equation.
No, there's another way.
Respect yourself.
I mean, that's definitely one, but that's like
respect yourself.
That's the extreme. Respect yourself. How?
Respect yourself.
For example, like you have to stick to your word. If I say like, oh, if you talk to this girl, I'm not gonna talk to you. He talks to the girl, and then the next day I'm hanging out at his house. He's not going to respect me. I'm not respecting myself. He's not going to.
I understand what you're saying. That's not what he's looking for.
Yeah, these guys are
I like your way of putting it. That makes sense.
Can we not act like Miami is the like bottom pit for dating and like these people lie?
No.
Ladies, I understand what you're saying, but if you keep your legs closed, you won't get hurt.
That's the one way, ladies. That is the one way. I know it seems so fucking hard to believe, right? But if you stop fucking these guys, that's the one way where you won't get hurt. Because I had a girl come on here. She was like, well, what if I wait 8 months to have sex with a guy and I realize that his sex is whack? I could have fucked him the first night and found that out. And I'm like, you are a dumbass bitch. You're really stupid. So you're telling me you're willing to sacrifice your value to find out if this guy can fuck good or not, when what you could do is make him wait and vet him to make sure that he's worthy of fucking you in the first place. But no, I want to make sure the dick is good. It's retarded. Like, your values are so backwards. And then when these guys turn around and act like fucking dumbasses to you, you're like, but all guys are trash. Maybe you're just trash. Does that make sense?
I haven't had sex with everyone I've dated.
Well, I wasn't specifically talking about in general. I'm asking you if that would.
Gosh damn, she's taking that personal. I was like, damn, he's coming for me.
You're not wrong. You should have put more value on.
Yeah, but you're rolling your eyes like I'm speaking directly to you. I'm saying in general.
Because a lot of things you've been saying lately, I just
wait, so
like
you want him to look at me?
I don't like it.
Okay, I need you to move in a little bit more. So you're saying a lot of things I say don't make sense to you?
No, a lot of things you say, like, I just don't like it.
You don't like it? What don't you like about it?
It's just coming off as, like, it's giving me misogynist vibes.
Well, what define misogynist?
Misogynist, like you're kind of, like, talking down on women.
That's not the definition of misogynist.
Jules, with the definition. Here we go.
Do you know what the definition is?
Yeah, it's supposed to be like, oh, you hate women or whatnot.
Oh, so why are you using a word in the wrong context?
I feel like misogynist has multiple meanings.
No, it doesn't. It has one meaning.
You treat women like objects, you know, things like that. So this is the type of vibes I've been getting from you.
Is hatred or contempt of women?
Okay.
Did you think he hates women?
He could. I don't know. Shit.
So far from what you heard, because you're going off what he's saying. You're saying you're going off what he's saying verbally. So from what you've heard so far, does it sound like he hates women or he actually cares about women? By telling them.
Oh, okay, real quick, hold on, bro. What? Because I hate when people make accusations like that. Like, what makes you think that I hate women? I need you to speak into the mic, please.
Since I got here, you've been kind of just talking down on women.
What did I
just
say?
Being like my whole thing is I don't feel like you're being neutral. I feel like you're kind of like one-sided.
I appreciate you giving me your feelings, but I want you to give me facts.
How is she gonna give her opinion? She's gonna give her opinion. She's gonna give her opinion. That's wrong. That's wrong. That's wrong. I thought nobody's opinion was wrong.
No, what? Facts are facts.
It's
Everybody has an opinion.
Though.
Yeah, but it's not just based on experiences. You can have an experience. It doesn't mean that what you think is correct. You still have to go based off facts. You're saying that you feel like I hate women, but you're not giving me a reason why you think I hate women.
It's based on what you've been saying as of lately.
I asked you. I just
told you.
What?
Like, what did he exactly say? Like, what was the wording that sounded like he hated women?
This whole time. I'm not
like
going to pick out one word or one phrase.
Bro. So hold on. So everything he's saying.
He said so much. Yes, everything he's been saying.
Okay, so as a woman, you should close your legs is hating women.
How long do you think a woman should wait? Because
No, hold on. No, don't bait her out.
Yeah, don't
bait her out. Don't bait her out. Listen, imagine if I sat here and I said, you hate all men. Mm-hmm. Imagine if I said that. And then you're like, well, what makes you think that? Shout out to the super chatters, man. Hold on. Shout out to David Jones, man.
Complain about men sleeping around and cheating, but the same women ignore the monogamous men and chase the exciting rich guys, then complain about the same thing again.
Okay, shout out to David Jones. We'll get to that in a second. Imagine if I sat here and I just said, hey, listen, you hate all men. Imagine if I said, Helen, you hate men. And then you were like, okay, well, that's fair. How do I hate all men? And I was like, well, it's just the way that I feel. And I feel like ever since you got here, you just hate all men. And it's because how is she supposed to say her opinion? And she's supposed to say her opinion. And she's supposed to say her opinion. But I don't actually give you a reason why I think you hate all men.
So, for instance, when I first got here, we were talking about the whole bathroom before the show. Oh, I hate how women act like this. Oh, women always want to be like this and they want to be like that. And it's just, this whole time you're asking for our opinions, but...
Hold on, let me stop you there. So when you came, I said, ladies, please use the restroom before the show starts.
Yeah.
And then I said, for some reason, sometimes women, even though they use the bathroom before the show, can't seem to hold their bladder mid-show. And I said, you say you're better than us. Women in general say they're better than us. I said, if you can't hold your bladder like men, then how can you be better than men? Right? Now, and by the way,
do you have a vagina?
Hold on, let me finish. And by the way, I'm pretty sure everyone here knew I was joking about that, right?
Yeah.
So you're the only one I was like, well, we're better than you. We're better. And I was like, okay, cool, that's fair. I didn't say anything. I was like, okay, cool, that's fair. But now when I'm giving you an opportunity to tell me how I hate women, you can't give me anything besides the fact that I said that women can't seem to hold their bladder before the show.
Do you have a vagina?
I don't have a vagina. I don't have a vagina. But what does that have to do with this?
It's harder for women to hold their bladder than men.
I don't know that. You could
Hold
be
on,
right.
but that's your kidneys though.
Okay, here's what I'll say. I have a daughter.
Cool.
I have a girlfriend. I have a mother. I have 4 sisters.
Great.
I have aunts.
Perfect.
I don't understand how I could hate women. I know more women than I do men.
The only reason I'm not trying to have this conversation because I know no matter what, you're going to think how you think.
No.
So it's just a waste of breath. It's a waste of energy. It's a waste of everyone's time. We could just go on with the podcast.
We can keep going, but I don't like that you're making
I don't know you. I want to give you a clean slate, and I want to like you.
You're not giving me anything. You're not.
So
God.
far, what I've seen, I haven't liked it, but I'm trying to finish off the podcast and see how you act later on. And I want to be cool with people.
Steve's face is hilarious.
Bro, she's acting like yeah. Well, okay.
All right. Yo, Curtis.
How about
Curtis,
this? You after the show, you can judge me again, and tell me if you still think I'm a misogynist. Which, by the way, I don't. You didn't give me a good example.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, that's fine. That's
All right.
fine. Yo, we're beating dead horse. Yo, hold on.
Yes. You have a question?
Yeah, from
hold
the
on.
previous questions that was.
Hold on. Let's get to the super chat real quick.
Yo, Curtis, go to David's 6-month membership.
Lorenzo, shout out, man. Thanks for subscribing, bro.
David, shout out to you for being a member for 6 months, brother.
Yeah, David Jones, real quick, man. Shout out to you, man. 6 months, bro, and we took 2 months off. Bro. Shout out to my fucking boy, bro. And then let's get to his super chats. Go ahead.
Yeah. Save that question.
Turn your mic on.
Yep. If you believe it's men's fault, then why do you ignore monogamous men? Is it because they're too short, not rich enough, not exciting enough?
Okay, that's a good question. So essentially what David Jones is saying, if you believe that it's men's fault, remember at the beginning I said whose fault is it? So he's saying if you believe it's men's fault, then why is it that you ignore the monogamous men, the ones that don't cheat? Because there are, believe it or not, ladies, there are guys out there that don't cheat. Okay, just like there's women out there that don't cheat, there's also guys out there that don't cheat as well.
Rare.
And he's asking, why do you ignore them? Is it because they're too short? Is it because they're not rich enough? Is it because they're boring? Why do you women ignore the guys that don't cheat?
Well,
if that's essentially what you're saying you want.
Well, speaking from my experience, I'm Jewish, so if you guys know anything about the Jewish community,
you got money.
They're not about money.
Yeah,
the guys are kind of not really, but the guys are kind of nerdy. I mean, no offense, but there's Jewish guys is a certain type of stereotype. So when you're growing up, you don't want to be with the one who doesn't do anything fun or is whatever. A lot of Jewish guys are awesome, really cool, but at least I feel especially when you're young, you're chasing fun stuff. That's the whole point of growing and learning lessons. You meet people, you're I don't like this. This was bad for me. So then over time, the older you get, you start to appreciate monogamous men.
Okay, so here's the problem with that, right? Think about it. Right now, you're how old?
24.
So you're turning 24, right?
Yeah, turning 24.
You are, whether you like to believe it or not, in your prime. This is the most beautiful you'll ever be. Do you think do you think you'll look better now or 10 years from now?
Depends on how good the technology gets.
No. Age is age,
nice.
ladies. Age doesn't change for time doesn't change for anyone. That's the one thing that doesn't change for anything, okay? Do you think you'll look better now or 10 years from now when you're 34?
Probably now because I'm younger.
Okay. So here's what you're saying, right? And I appreciate the honesty. When you're young, you want to have fun. You want to find yourself, right? You want to experience things. And these guys, the good guys, are just kind of boring. You know, they're just kind of, And then when you hit 30, 34, you're like, yo, I've already had my fun. Let's go ahead and settle down. And you go to these guys that are looking for the girls that look just like you.
But not really. But that's not like the monogamous great guy. Like they're gonna value other things besides beauty. Like there's other things out there to value. That's not just physical.
So what do you think that men are looking for? What are the top 3 things that you think that men are looking for?
What they claim they're looking for, or what they're really looking for?
No, what they're really looking for.
They're looking for freedom. They're looking for control. They're looking for money and power.
And women. What do you think men are looking for in women?
I was like, hold on. When she said money, that got really lost.
Yeah. What do you think? So when guys are looking for a girl, what do you think they look for?
Shit, maybe Jewish, man.
They look purity, loyalty,
okay,
and like kindness, or just somebody who has their shit together.
No. Guys are looking for young women, okay? They want you youthful. They want you to be pure, which 90% of you guys aren't, okay? And they want you to be fertile so that you can have kids. Now, are you better off having kids right now at 24 or 10 years from now when you're 34?
Right now.
Okay, cool. So then that answers your question, right? All those guys that when you're ready to settle down at 34, all those guys are going to be looking at women that look like you with your age. And then you're going to sit back and be like, well, all guys are trash because all guys are looking for the younger women. But when you were in your prime, you wanted to have fun. You wanted to experience things. You wanted to go clubbing. You want to go traveling. That guy flew you out to Cali. You ended up having sex with him. You did an OnlyFans tape. Like, that's your fun, right? And I'm not saying that's your fun, but in general, right?
Yeah,
and
like
so,
normally at this age, like 18 to 20s, you're going to be like...
So when you're used up, not you, but in general, when women are used up, that's when they typically want to settle down.
Can I say something? In retrospect, because I'm dating somebody who's opening a restaurant in Miami, established, older French guy in his 50s. So in retrospect, I am younger than him.
How old are you?
Me, I'm 32.
32, okay.
Yeah, he's 50.
Okay.
So he's, you know.
Okay, that works.
We're dating, send me money, does whatever
But you also don't look 32.
Yeah, that too. But
so
still, like,
I mean, that's
that's
like,
huge. If you look.
But I also feel like he could have like the average Miami thought too. It's also like personality. Like not everybody. Don't get me wrong. You can't look like hell.
You're
either.
20 years younger than he is.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Well, you're arguing.
Yeah. So when you say like younger, and you also say like she's
when
in
when
her
I
prime,
when I say younger, I don't mean everyone's going for a 24-year-old. I'm saying younger in general.
Okay.
Right.
Just
so
younger.
You're 20 years younger than he is. You're literally proving my point.
Okay.
Like you just also happen to be, at least from what I'm gathering, pretty well rounded, right? You seem like you're very intelligent. So yes, most guys are gonna go I'm gonna be honest. When you hit that age, you're not looking for the 19-year-old that's gonna give you a headache.
Yeah.
You're looking for the girl that might be 30, but she looks 25,
correct,
and has a good head on her shoulders that you can invest into, right?
Yeah.
Now, you're looking for the 24-year-old to have a good night with, right? But you're looking for someone to settle down that has a good mindset. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Yeah,
So
but hold on. But 10 years from now, if you were 42, a guy that's 50 would probably look past you.
Absolutely.
So you're right at the threshold where, yeah, if I was 50, I would date a hot 32-year-old.
Yeah.
If she was like cool and like, yeah, because what the fuck am I going to talk to about a 19, 20 year? Like, I don't care. Like, yeah, you just smashed that girl. So you're right at the point in which you can still you're hot enough, you can still get a guy that's 50. But a lot of girls that are 32 don't want 50-year-olds. That's the thing. They think that's too old. So shout out to you for at least dating a 50-year-old.
Okay, but hold on. But there's still one problem though. There's still one problem with her situation. Yes, okay, cool. Like you're 20 years younger than
he doesn't want kids.
But okay, but that's the problem. The thing is that most guys are gonna want to have kids. You just happen to be in a privileged position to where the guy that you're with doesn't want to have any kids. I'm assuming, and I could be wrong, that he probably already has kids.
He doesn't have any
He doesn't.
kids.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
However, he is the minority because most guys. I have kids. I'm dating.
I have
let me finish. I have kids, right? I have 2 kids.
Okay.
I'm dating her. I want kids with her. If it gets there, I'm gonna want kids with her. Every guy is gonna want to have kids with the person that he falls in love with. There's no way that a man's gonna fall in love with a woman, and I'm saying deeply in love, and be like, nah, I don't want no kids with you. That's not how it happens. Most men want to further their line, even if it's with multiple women. So you happen to be in a really lucky situation, if I'm being honest. Okay,
don't fuck it up.
Can I ask you a question? Would you still be with him if he didn't send you money? Because when you started talking about him, the first thing that you said was, he sends me money every year. That was the first thing that you said.
I honestly,
so I just wanted to ask you, personally, like, would you really be with him if he didn't do all of those things to you?
So like your guy was saying, like, I don't sleep with people right off the bat. I test them. And how I test them is that they make sure, like, I have things that I need. And it's not, like, in a crazy way where I'm asking you to buy me bags or this and that, but like little things like that I really could pay for myself. But like making sure that you would, you know what I mean?
That
that he's able to, which I know he's, but some guys, they could be able and they still don't want to do that. So it's a testing that I do.
How many bags you ask him to get you?
No, it's not. It's just like, you know,
you
I ask for
bag.
cash and I spend it how I want.
Okay. So how much cash you asking for?
Come on, give us a number.
You know, like a rack here.
Okay.
500 there. You know, reasonable stuff. But I'm not sleeping.
No. Okay, listen.
But I'm not sleeping with you yet.
It's
just to see, like, okay, because I know how I look, and you probably just.
Wait, what do you
I need you
mean?
speaking to the mic,
so
guys.
he had to send 1,500, et cetera, et cetera.
I need my nails
and
done.
he's not. Hold on, y'all aren't even sleeping together yet.
No.
Reasonable for him.
We slept together, but I need to see that you are in it, because a lot of guys will just, oh, I'm gonna take you out to eat and I'm gonna sleep with you, and then I'm like, no, I gotta see that we are going out, we're dating, we're eating, you're sending me money, and like you're.
Okay, let me ask you a question. What are you providing for him to be able to give you all that?
I'm providing my time. I'm providing that I actually am interested in a long-term relationship with him, and you know, he's about to open up his restaurant. I go there. I'm doing like helping him out with like little things.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like my time and.
Well,
I actually
hold
do want something serious.
Oh, and I appreciate your honesty, but he's providing the same exact things that you're providing, plus more. Okay. So why is your time more important than his time?
Well, he spends the time that he can, and we both, like, we're just.
Yeah, but I asked
dating.
you what you're providing in order for him to give you all these things, and you said my time.
Yes, he's a provider. He needs to provide if I'm going to be in his life, because eventually down the line, like, if I am with him, like, you know.
Do you cook for him?
I have once.
Once.
Not all the time.
How long have you been together?
Do you do his laundry?
This is new. This is within like 3 months.
Okay. Shout out to the super chats, man. We're gonna get to all the super chats.